It is Tuesday night. We're coming at you. I apologize for us getting a late-ish start. My work has been insane the last 2 weeks for whatever reason, and as I was waiting here for us to start the podcast, the amount of sleepiness and just exhaustion hit me tremendously, and I said, "Listen, I gotta go get me some coffee, or else this the energy on this
Hey,
podcast is going to be yuck."
hey, I get it.
Yuck. But we are back. This is our second episode of the off season where we are going to have fun with some mock draft simulators. It is post combine. It is post free agency. If you're new to this podcast, please make sure you like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on an audio medium, please make sure you give those 5 stars and reviews. If you, again, are new to the podcast, this is SBP. I am Adam, joined by my friend, my pal, Ryan, aka Wolf. And we have covered a multitude of Saints things over the years, including combines, pro days, senior bowls, you name it. We've probably have covered it in some form or fashion. One thing that's still on our bucket list to check off is potentially covering the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is in LA next year. Just saying. But it is provides more clarity when we're doing mock draft simulators a little bit after the combine, but especially after free agency has come
Oh
and
yeah.
gone. So
Oh
that is
yeah.
what we're going to do on this episode. Shout out to our guy, Justin Cash, with the $1 super chat. Thank you, Justin.
How you doing, Just? Just hope Just doing better.
Was that just? I don't think that was
Was
Justin.
that
That was
that
someone.
wasn't Just?
No, no, that was
I
not
thought that was
Justin.
just a kid. All right. I
No,
still
that
hope you're
wasn't Justin.
doing well, Just. Thank you,
Yeah,
Just.
Alfred Andrew said, "Much love to Wolf. Every time I comment on your Twitter, you always show love back." So
I
shout out
tried
to.
to, bro.
I can't even imagine what your mentions look like. Um.
Hell.
Anyway, um, one thing we wanted to kind of just talk about before we get into the mock draft simulators. The Saints signed Ty Chandler, running back formerly of the Vikings today. Also puts it out there. They put out like a thank you for Foster Moreau. He's not coming back. Listen, I
Didn't he
was
sign
like,
somewhere? I thought he signed with the Chiefs or something. He
did
signed
he? I
somewhere.
don't know if I didn't see if he signed with somewhere. I just saw that
Oh, he
he.
did he visit? I don't know.
Um, but as soon as that John Gruden pick came out with
I was dying
Carr,
laughing.
Moreau,
Oh,
and Jake Hayner, bro, I've been like the bride with the list, just crossing through these motherfuckers and
yeah,
just
he signed with the Texans.
okay, okay.
Shocked
So,
the hell out of me.
oh shit, that was Justin. That almost. You're right, Wolf. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. See?
Thank you, Justin. He also gave us two more super chats of $2. Appreciate you, Justin.
Much
Justin
love,
asked, should
Just.
the Saints double dip on wide receivers in the draft? Yes.
Yes.
Uh, they should. So they signed Ty Chandler. Foster Moreau's gone. So the that was it. Not even quite that those triplets of Hayner, Carr, Moreau, gone, gone,
Gone, bro.
be gone.
That era is over. We are
Thank,
moving on, baby. We are
thank
moving
God.
on.
Cam Jordan. Well, I'm gonna circle back to the Ty Chandler thing because I know you maybe watched like a little of them on the like on the all 22 or the breakdown. Cam Jordan went on Teron Armstead's podcast yesterday. I don't even know what time
Yeah.
it's with. Like, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
What was your? Because I know what my biggest takeaway. I didn't. I listened to the whole interview, but what was
It
your
wasn't many.
general?
I did read the quotes though.
Okay, so then per the quotes, then what was your general vibe and sense of how things are progressing or not progressing between the Saints and Cam Jordan right now?
He sound a little salty, bro. Like understandably, he sounds salty. He sounds like a a pillar of a team that's been there 15 years and is just expecting some love back. Gave a lot of love to the city, gave a lot of love to the franchise, and he's expecting it in return. Um, but business, the Saints are moving like the business is coming first. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
which
After
is
years,
for the first time in a very long time.
a very long time, after years of thank you for your service contracts and just kind of loyalty over business. Which look, I mean, I respect that. I respect that to a certain extent, but also you gotta be a little smarter the way you allocate your dollars and uh, gotta you long term planning and stuff like that. And I just think Cam Jordan is kind of caught in it, unfortunately. And look, I got a number of respect for him, bro. One of my favorite Saints of all time. He a legend, but I just think he's valuing himself at a certain level, and the Saints aren't. You know what I'm saying? And there's other teams out there, and he got to do his due diligence and figure out where it's at. What I don't like is him kind of, I don't know. It's like he's putting it out there like, and I understand why he feels this way, but like, come on, bro, you made a lot of money with the Saints. You got paid. You got paid really well on some very down seasons where you weren't getting the numbers, So like this whole thing of where like, look, man, I should be paid. I got 10.5 sacks last year. I should be paid accordingly. Da 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 da. It's like you've been taken care of, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like you've been taken care of. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I feel him though, bro. Like I understand. It's emotional. Like it's not. It's
Yes.
people like to say,
Yes.
well, it's business. It's not personal. It's personal, bro. Like that stuff.
Yes.
When you get involved in stuff like this, it is very, 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 very personal. And being told by a company you work for, which I can relate to, a company you worked for a very long time, that they don't love you like that no more, it hurts. Shit
It
hurt, bro.
does.
It pisses you off too. You know what I'm saying?
Demon Tom Slime said Cam said he has not one, not two, but three teams to choose from. I
I'm sure
maybe.
he does.
Uh, uh,
I mean, I'm
but
sure
like,
he does, but
okay, let me reword that. I'm sure he has maybe three teams to choose from. However, if like, I wonder if the money is pretty similar for the three teams, and
yeah,
so he's in this conundrum of, do I go back to what I know, even though like I may feel like I'm being disrespected for what they're offering, or I could go to a different team, but if they're only maybe offering me, I don't know, a dollar more, like $1 million more, is that really? That's where I feel like the conundrum comes from, because I feel like he's waiting potentially for the Saints to be like, all right, Cam, we'll offer you whatever the two other teams are, right?
right.
And it just seems like they're in this spot where they, I really feel like edge rusher wise, I don't just feel this, is also just what I've been told. Like they want to get younger. Like
Yeah,
they want young juice, whether that be offensive juice or defensive juice. And
yeah,
it's not a disrespect to like Cam. Like I would even be interested to see if the Saints would be interested in like a Joey Bosa or anything
right.
like that, just because of the familiarity that there is with Brandon Staley.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like I feel like they would bring Cam back at the right number. But if the number is not where they feel is right, and I don't know what that number is, I don't couldn't tell anyone what that number is. I just don't get a sense that they're going to move off of it. Like they're like, you know what, we can. This is a deep pass rusher draft. We can add a pass rusher in this draft at some point. And I think what is just interesting is like being on Twitter and seeing people who, like, I don't have any emotional connections with players like Saints football players anymore. Like I don't. Like
Mm-hmm.
probably like if I did have one connection with one last player, it'd be AK, but even that is kind of minimal and marginal to how we were back in
Yeah,
what was it, 2012 or
yeah.
whenever the Jimmy Graham trade happened.
15, yeah.
Sorry, 15, yeah, my bad. But I just there's like this sentiment on Twitter of just like for fans to just like pay like it was with Demario like they could have paid Demario what the Jets paid him and it's
Yeah,
like yeah they could have but like could have and should have are two completely different
right.
things.
Because should the Jets be paying Demario what the Jets are paying Demario? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that should be the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what they want to do. And look, Tyrann Mathieu, he got his show too, and he had some interesting comments because they were just talking about, the veterans, looking like all the veterans are exiting the Saints and all that stuff, and they were talking about it. And he was talking about how basically the Saints, it seems like the Saints want to get the veterans out of there. You know what I'm saying? And he was kind of talking about it from a standpoint of like, man, they should want these vets in there, da, 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 da. But he also talked about how like the veterans kind of like run the room. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Mm-hmm.
old guys kind of run the room, and Brandon Staley kind of want his voice to be running the thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of understand it from Brandon Staley's standpoint because he's like, okay, you got these guys that's been in here, all this time. When they kind of outrank me, you know what I'm saying? Which is
Right.
basically what Tyron said. They outrank the defense coordinator. So it could be one of those things where like Brandon Staley, like, look, man, I gotta come in. I need my guys. You know what I'm saying? I
My
need to
guys. Yeah.
institute my culture, my guys. Yes, we respect these guys. They've been great culture guys. They've been great leaders. Da 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 da. Da. But I need to build my own leaders. You know what I'm saying? My own leaders that come from my line, which I understand that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? His standpoint completely. And plus, like, it's just as a Jordan Rodriguez put it perfectly in the recent
Woo
article
shoot.
she put out
Hey,
in the
our girl Jordan was spitting, bro.
girl Jordan spitting, bro. Probably the best NFL writer out right now, like big time, like for like
Yes.
the whole league. I go straight to her articles when something pop out. I don't care what it's about. I'm gonna read it. But she said it perfectly. Like they are like just smartly trying to get younger and
Mm-hmm.
better at the same time, and it's like a fine little line they're
Super fine, bro.
trying to just target, and they're doing it right. Like I just think they're
They
doing the
are, bro.
right thing,
They
man,
are.
for a change. For a
And here,
change.
listen, and that's the thing with us on this podcast. We've for almost 6 years when shit has not been right, we have called them on when shit hasn't been right. When shit has been done well, we would give them props. Don't matter if the coach was Sean Payton, no matter if the coach was Dennis Allen, no matter now with the coach being Kellen Moore. The funny thing is, of all three, like the common denominator of all three of those coaches is that the GM has consistently not changed. Like the GM has been the same.
Yeah.
So, which is funny and interesting because if you just go back to, I think I said this during like the off season or even during preseason before last year's season started. I said a big thing that potentially could, I don't want to say save Mickey's job, but like just have him being looked into a different light is that if
Hmm.
he's able to hit on a head coach and hit
Hmm.
on a quarterback. And
Yeah.
potentially right now, like they're in the position where it potentially looks like they potentially have hit on both. Um,
Potentially.
and potentially, right? I'm just throwing it out there, potentially. But to your point, right, what you're talking about, and what Jordan Rodriguez had hit on. So there was this like this brewing discussion in our Discord. Well, it was, and it kind of comes and goes, and it's kind of just a brewing overall discussion in regards to like, okay, so you saw what Sean Payton did and got Jalen Jalen Waddle
Waddle.
from the Dolphins, which he tried he there was a first. I put this in our Discord. There was a first on the table for Waddle at the trade deadline. Anyway, deal finally happens. So now there's people who are like, should the Saints trade for AJ Brown? And I get my thing with that with the AJ Brown thing is going back to that walking that line of like young and what have you is like I feel like I want to be careful how I say this because I'm not trying to make it negative. With how last season ended and what the moves that they've made in free agency, I feel like maybe people are thinking that right now the Saints team is better than it actually is. Like it feels
Hmm.
like people feel like this Saints team is like just about to go out there and walk into the NFC South Championship very easily. And like
Right.
we have to see it first. So like my
Yeah.
pushback about the AJ Brown thing is like, bruh, giving up 42, like the 42nd overall pick plus some for AJ Brown, like this team is not a like an AJ Brown away type of team.
Yeah.
Even if you use the Stephon Diggs scenario or analogy, like that was a very team friendly contract that the Patriots signed him to, and they had no
Yep.
risk after year one. If
Yep.
you trade for AJ Brown, like he might want a contract extension. Like
Oh, you will.
it's not gonna be a situation where you're gonna get out of that contract after 1 year. So while they have done targeted but yet cautious in what they've done free agency, we even got the Travis Achan contract come out, and it basically looks like it's maybe like a 2 year, $12 million deal, like for all intents and purposes. Now we look into the draft, and it's like in their draft picks, it's like, can this team still be quote unquote aggressive, but also like, are there some buffers like
Yeah.
on there that don't get out of control? Like they're at
Yeah.
8, Alvaro Reese's falls to like 4, and Mickey's like trying to call and give up like a 2027 first round.
Uh,
Whoa, whoa,
oh,
whoa,
it's
whoa!
it's
Now,
it's a it's a delicate balance, man. Delicate balance. I pulled up that Jordan article. I just wanted to read that last part where she asked, "Okay, what's the most interesting move? Not skipping building steps or overreacting. The Saints are behaving methodically despite the excitement around Shough, spending on players who can be weight bearing walls in the next phase of their team building, while attuned to bring down the age of the team." Perfectly said. Like, especially the weight bearing walls. Like that,
weight bearing walls, bro.
you're building like I talked about it on the last episode from last week. You're building like the foundation of the team, with guys like David Edwards and A Chan and bringing Ellis back and stuff like that. How good these would these players be? Will it be Pro Bowlers or All Pro? I don't know, but those are like good, solid
Good football players,
players with
bro.
just good football players, and the Saints desperately need that. Just good, solid
Just the
football players.
just the talent level of those 3 players, and then offensive lineman at punter. The talent of the like the good talent of the team increased. Like
Increase,
period.
right?
Like it increased.
Yes, exactly, and that's the line they're trying to thread right now. Now, yeah, you can go and get like some super, like just excite player, AJ Brown or something like that, and you would expect him to just like really add a lot to your team offensively. But you know that's a big personality. That's a lot of money that you're gonna give up. That's a lot of picks,
Draft
and
compensation.
draft compensation, and you just not there yet as an organization, man. Like right there, like that to me, that would be just kind of putting all your chips in. That's a move I would do. Okay, say the Saints have a good year. Like say they have a really good year.
There it is.
Shuck looking legit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kellen Moore showing growth, defense looking good. Maybe they win 9 games, sneak into the playoffs, wild card. Whatever happens in the playoffs, and now when they get to the end of next season,
There you
they're
go.
looking like, man, we got something here. We just need this, this, and this, and we can really make a run in the playoffs. Then you go and then you feel solidified to go and make a move for a
Move.
splash trade or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
But right now, you're still kind of in that. I need to see it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Shuck played what 9 games? We don't even know if he's really that dude. We want to believe it, and it looks like he is, but we don't really know. He got to faces a couple top 5 defenses, bro. Let's see how you look. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Moore. Let's see how you strategize you know, your team is struggling against some really good teams, and you gotta have a must win game. And can you coach your way out of some
Yeah.
games where you fall behind and stuff like that? Like we just got a lot to prove before we go spending all kind of draft capital and money on veterans that could just add just a little couple of points to the team.
I perfectly said, and I do wonder how much, because obviously we know like ultimately if Mickey wants to make a move, he'll make one. But I do wonder maybe unlike when Dennis Allen was the head coach, that because Kellen just has I don't even know how to describe it, but just better football intelligence as a head coach than Dennis Allen did. He's able to like steer Mickey like, hey, whoa, buddy.
Don't it just seem like they're just a little more sane? I don't know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Like it does,
weird.
and I think that is partly on Kellen. I've essentially been told two things. I've been told that, and I've said this on the podcast. So I don't feel like I'm saying anything that hasn't been said, that there's like a GM think tank in the front office, bro. Like they have what? They have Dimitrov, they have Jeff Ireland, who was it Randy Mueller? They have like,
Mueller,
Mueller. They have so many GMs or former GMs.
Kai,
sorry,
man.
Sorry.
Kai ain't just doing Excel sheets, bro. Kai.
Okay. All right, bro. Sure. Anyway.
DEI.
I'll ask you this, right? Okay. If Kai was promoted, let's say Mickey went to like, I don't know, whatever the title would be. Like the rumors came out, what was it, a couple of years ago? Let's say Kai got promoted to GM. Okay. Are the Saints getting 2 third-round picks for Kai becoming GM, or is it going to be an Atlanta Falcons situation where they're pissed that they're not getting 2 third-round picks because Ian Cunningham is a GM, but Matt Ryan is still basically the one who's making all the fucking calls? Like, come on, they can't fool me, bruh. Bruh, you should have been at that Falcons podium and that Bears podium, because like they were hot. And then I realized why the NFL wasn't giving them the third-round picks, and I was like, yeah, it makes fucking sense. Like, he's a GM and that's his title, but he's not the one
not running the team.
Like, and then you had Ryan Poles, who's like a complete like he has a lot of coonish tendencies. I don't care, Wolf. I don't care, bro. Coffee got me going, and he was just like, well, I don't just I just don't understand like why, like basically was like not saying like
he started arguing against himself, honestly, like.
Yeah, it was a coon ass statement, bro. And I was like at his podium, and I was like, "Did you like you don't understand like why the NFL has made this an incentive because of how difficult it is for like black front office people to become GMs? Like
as one yourself,
like bro, nigga, I can't. Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent for another day. Let me catch up on the chat. Someone said the hashtag blank talk has convinced me to come to the meetup. I'm gonna let you assume what blank is, but it starts with four letters. Mark said Cam was having an existential crisis on Teron Armstead's pod earlier.
It was.
Tony, which I think is a great, said getting some answers to what is the vision. Very much so. Yeah. Very much so.
Nah, man. Like, and what's funny is like, in juxtaposed to that, the Denver Broncos Dolphins trade, that was very much a old Saints type of move. Even though he was getting juice, like we know, like Shough and the whole juice thing, blah blah blah. But still, like, there's just the aggressive move, which was funny because Broncos fans been like complaining all week, bro, because they ain't made no move, no signings or nothing. Then boom. Big trade, first round pick, a third rounder, a fourth rounder, something like that.
Yep.
Whew. And I was just like, man, it's funny because like the Saints are operating sane now, and here goes Sean. So just imagine Sean and Loomis working together. There was no check. There was no check. It's just two nuts in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like just two nut cases, bro. You can't have that. So at least now you got Loomis. Loomis is very much like, look, man, we want a guy, we're gonna go get him. And Kelly's more like,
which I know we bagged on him of how in some ways like that's an annoying trait of his, but in some situations like it actually lends to be a strength. Now on game day, then it's like, bro, throw the challenge flag, motherfucker.
Bro,
like,
throw the damn flag, bro. Like go for it. It's 4th and 1. You're right there. Just go, damn it.
Just go for it. But like you said, like outside of like game days, I think we are really seeing how that can be really, really beneficial in kind of holding Mickey in check, which has been good for the team. Let's go to Ty Chandler, who they signed in free
Oh,
agency today. Just overall thoughts of your just super quick snapshot of
yeah.
what you saw.
No, immediately he looks like a Kendra Miller replacement.
Mm,
He reminded me of Kendra Miller. You know, he got some explosiveness to him. Can catch the ball. Uh, Kind of feast or famine as a running back. Like a lot of 1 yard runs. Then he'll pop some nice ones off. Um, been injured a ton, like Kendra Miller. IR last year. Got hurt his rookie year. Does some special team stuff. I think it's a good pickup, but nothing like he might not even make the team. Put it like
team,
that. Like it's
right?
just it's nothing to write home about. It does make me wonder about Estimate. Like, will they bring him
That
back at
yeah,
some point?
that was my first question.
Because just watching him, I kind of like Estimate a little better, just as far as like a pure running back, just like a
Right.
down to down running back. But this kid, he has a little more explosive, a little more. There's a little more upside to him, I guess. And nothing like if you get a player like that, I'm sure his contract like super cheap. Like,
Super cheap, yeah.
so I mean, it doesn't hurt bringing in a guy with upside like that, just to see what happens.
No, I mean I haven't watched him, but I kind of my first reaction was the whole estimate thing as well in terms of like what does that mean. But also estimate is kind of a player where like you could just wait and get
Yeah,
him. But
oh, Estimate,
but
bro. That's
I know, bro.
like, bro,
But then
we'll holler at you in September, bro. Bro.
right, like the backup chick like down on your list where like if you like just struck out with like boom, you like yeah, I guess.
So I go ahead and call her.
That's what it feels like, bro. Because you know she gonna pick up, bro. You like, anyway. Justin Cash asks, what will you be willing to give up as Reese did fall to 4 or 5? Nothing, bro. Like I'm not trading up for a player in this draft. Like I'm not, man. And
Man, Reese though, Reese. I, I give up a little something. I don't, not much though. No.
okay, let me word this. If I could trade up using, I'll even say this. If he failed a 4 or 5, and if I could trade up to 4 and 5 to draft him, only giving up a third and a fourth, but you still keep 42, I'd do it.
I think I'd do it.
I'd do
Third
it.
and a fourth, and we
Third
got
and
an
fourth,
extra fourth.
and we got an extra fourth, I'd do it. Anything more than that, can't do it. Can't do it.
Cause he one of them load bearing walls type players, bro. Like you get that boy. Woo.
Okay, so Justin's now put this out there. Would you give up a 2027 second to go get him? So you keep 42, you keep your third, and you keep your fourth, but you're giving up a 2027, one of the like all-time drafts.
I don't want to give up nothing from next year, bro. Honestly, outside, like I'll give up day 3 picks next year, but like, man, top 100, I want all my top 100 picks next year, bro. I want all of them, man. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Reese, but then I go back to like it's Reese though.
Can I throw a player in there, or Werner, or Reeves, or somebody? Think about people always say that, but you got to put in the player people want, man. Like,
Yeah, like,
and I don't even know who would they want. Fuaga, I don't know.
yeah, like the Saints still don't have like a whole bunch of like tradable assets, bro. Like,
Right.
they don't. Like people, they be calling like, can you keep putting Kevin Banks in the truck? Like,
Like no.
get off the phone. Let's take our first break right here, and we're gonna come back, start some mock draft fun, and then take our second break after we've done 2. But appreciate y'all for joining us on a Tuesday night. We will be back right after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In the 21st century? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out of the box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. Just catching up in the chat. We currently have 57 concurrent viewers, 165 views. We appreciate y'all joining us on a late Tuesday night. And
Appreciate
then
y'all.
our dude Jake said this wide receiver group and tight end group is deep this year. All fun and games until Bailey and Timpton are out there running routes.
Speak on it.
Listen,
On it.
who was it? It was Ian, the fantasy football guy. I don't know if it's Harzit, something like that.
Yeah.
Posted like, and here's the thing, man. It's funny when like outside people start talking about the Saints wide receiver depth.
Yeah.
Because like we literally have been talking about the Saints wide receiver depth for 6 fucking years.
6.
Again, 6 fucking years. And it's like
500 something episodes.
And then all I did was just put a thread I saw on Saints Report a couple of days ago because that is such a prevailing thought of just like, oh, like the Saints they got Jalen Polk, he was a second rounder. They got Valet, and he played well last year, and then you got Trey Palmer. Don't forget about Trey Palmer. Like,
tell Trey Palmer don't forget about Trey Palmer.
But yeah, you have a team like the Rams, who had Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and they were trying to trade for AJ Brown. Now maybe Devontae Adams would have maybe went back to the Eagles, but like they were either trying to trade for AJ Brown with having Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, and they might potentially draft the Rams at 13 overall. And yet you want the Saints to line up against the Rams and compete against that when they're pulling out that on offense, and we pulling out Chris Olave and
you gotta talk about look at the Bears. Like even the Bears.
God.
They got Dunze, they got Burden. They drafted Colston Loveland last year while they already had Cole Kmet. Had DJ, they just traded him, but they had DJ what's his name? DJ Moore. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
It drives me up a fucking wall. Wait, Adam means draft Mekhi Lemon at 13, but he's seeing red. I don't even know what I said. I got so mad. Yes, Jake, that's exactly what I meant. Don't know what I said. I felt like I said that, but maybe I didn't say that. Anyhow, it is mock draft time. So what I've already set it up. We're gonna do 4 different mock drafts, only 2 rounds for each one. I said they're taking the Rams at 13. Sorry, I meant Mekhi Lemon. Thank you. I was seeing red. Like shit just gets me hot. So we're gonna do 4 mock drafts, 2 rounds each. After the second mock draft, we're gonna take our final break and then come back. We're doing Pro Football Network's PFFs and then 2 others. And it's gonna be fun. Like we enjoy the mock draft episodes. I'm just letting the chat know ahead of time because of the window is going to be maximized. I'm not going to be seeing anything that was in the chat. Typically what happens is that people are like yelling for us to like draft a certain player and I don't see it until we're done. So let me make sure I share this correctly. And if you are listening to the audio version, we'll talk you through it as much as we can. But this episode, like episodes like this, are very much a medium where it's easier to follow along if you're watching. But if you're listening to the audio medium, we will keep you in touch as much as we can. So we're gonna start with Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator. It tends to be my favorite, especially if you change the players list in terms of the rankings to consensus. It really feels very much how the draft could actually go. So 2 rounds, going normal speed. New Orleans, we're diving right into it. Wolf, we're just diving right. Fernando Mendoza off the board. The Jets draft Jeremiah Love at 2.
Mm.
Just hiding all that real quick. The Cardinals take Ruben Bain, 3rd overall. David Bailey, 4th overall to the Titans. Carnell Tate, wide receiver, to the Giants. Francis Amoyaga to the Browns at 6, and then Alvaro Reese.
Ooh, Reese was right there, boy. At 7, boy.
I'd cry, Wolf. I'd fall as Dante likes to say, bro. I would fall to my fucking knees, bro. Just fall, bro. Oh God. So on the board we have Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Mansour Delane, and then Makai Lemon and Jordan Tyson. I'm not gonna read any more other than that. If this is how the board fell, how are you feeling?
This feels honestly very realistic. Maybe Sonny Styles goes a little early, but I could see he's a linebacker. I could see him still being there.
I can't see Ruben Bain going that high. I might be wrong. Like the NFL might shock me.
Ruben Bain I don't know. I could see him going very early. I could see him going very late.
Like 15, 16, 17. And when I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Most likely he would still be on the board. But I could see just like players available looking very similar to this.
Very similar. Yes.
I think for me, I would go Caleb Downs here, just to get him out the way, because I'm sure he's going to be here on the next 3 mock drafts we do. So let's just get that out the way, because that's supposed to be, if y'all follow our prospect of the week, you know he's one of our favorite players in the draft. So okay. Caleb Downs is.
The Chiefs drafted Sonny Styles right after the Saints.
Bitch.
The Bills trade up to draft Jordan Tyson. Ooh, spicy. Peter Woods to the Bears. DA and Peter Woods, match made in heaven.
Made in heaven, bro.
So now we're into round 2. The Cardinals draft Ty Simpson with their second round pick. We are on the board.
I want juice.
I didn't. Okay, so this is on me. I didn't even look at trade offers.
I'm good.
Okay,
no trades.
I'm not gonna look at. Do you want to move down?
Nope.
For Philly 2027 second? I don't know.
Get them out of my face, bro.
We could pick up an extra 3rd from the Packers if we move down 10 spots, though, in this draft. An extra 3rd in this draft. So having 2 3s to move down 10 spots. That's enticing, Wolf. I'm just that.
Fuck it. Let's get it.
All right. We're moving down. They draft Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State. Let's see. Oh, are we? AJ Halsey. All right, not doing any more trades. Done with trades. You said you want juice. Chris Bell's on the board.
Boy, wouldn't that be lovely, boy? We trade down to Chris Bell. Still there?
And we pick up an extra 3rd, bro. I would pass out, Ryan. I'd pass out. Are we locking it in, bro?
Who else is there? Just out of curiosity.
They have
juice though.
Anthony. Oh, okay, so I'm not giving. They have Eli Stores, tight end from Vanderbilt. Chris Brazel, wide receiver from Tennessee. Jadarian Price, running back from Notre Dame. Max Clare, tight end, Ohio State.
That's some good options. I'm gonna stick with old Chris Bell though.
Just lock it in, bro. Just go ahead and lock it in. So that's it. We're not gonna do any trades. We're just gonna let it play out. But using the PFN mock draft simulator, we took Caleb Downs at 8 overall. We moved down 10 spots in the second round to 52 with the Packers. and picked up an extra third-round pick
Mm,
and drafted Chris Bell at 52 overall, bro. I'd be
that would be
naked.
beautiful. Naked,
I'd be
bro.
naked. Naked. Uh, let me. Does it change? Okay, so it did change. All right. So now we're switching it over to this is PFF's mock draft simulator. Um, already have it. Already have it up and ready to go. Wolf. Like I had it set. So let's just
Good
dive
job.
into
Good
it.
job.
All right. First overall, Fernando Mendoza. Ruben Bain to the Jets. Jeremiah Love to the
Mm,
Cardinals. Reese to the Titans. Sonny Styles to the Giants. Marioga to the Browns. Caleb Downs goes a pick before the Saints to the
mm.
Commanders. And so now it
Ooh,
is David
boy.
Bailey on the board. Mansour Delane on the board. Carnell Tate on the board. Makai Lemon and Jordan Tyson are still on the board.
Man,
I listen.
it's a
To
buffet
me,
right here.
to me, if the draft felt like this, and we'll talk about this on Patreon only, YouTube members only. I'd be hard pressed not to take David Bailey at 8 right
Hard press, bro. Best pass rusher. Best pure pass rusher in the draft. Saints need an edge rusher. It's one where need and value meet. Can't beat
now.
that, bro.
This,
Best player
uh,
available, and you need it.
so that's me. Like, would are you okay if I move with David Bailey if the draft felt like this?
Hell yeah.
That
Hell yeah.
Caleb Downs going to pick for the Saints are on the clock. It's going to feel like a fucking shotgun blast in the chest. Woof.
Mm.
But David Bailey is not a bad consolation prize at all. Carnell
Oh,
Tate
bro.
goes to the Dolphins. The Rams drafted Kenyon Sadiq. Ugh. He would be yeah. Let's see any other Denzel Boston wide receiver to the Browns. Jordan Tyson to the Bills. Like he fell to the Bills.
Caleb Banks keep going first round.
I I don't believe it. Casey Concepcion to the Giants. Pawns to the Chiefs. We're on the board again. Uh, Now these are PFF rankings in terms of the players. So they have Zion Young as an edge rusher. We just drafted an edge rusher. Ty Simpson's on the board. Honestly, if I was the Saints, I would see who maybe would be trying to trade to 42 to maybe draft Ty Simpson and seeing if you
Mm-hmm.
could okie doke a team and get them that way. There's I don't why this. Hold on, let me change this because I want to see the wide receivers on the board. So Chris Bell's on the board again. Bernard, wide receiver from Alabama's on the board. Chris Brazel's on the board from Tennessee. If we went to look at the tight ends in terms of juice, let me Eli Stores. You have Max Clare. Still a lot of options round
Mm-hmm.
two wise at 42. What are you feeling if this is how it played out and they did add David Bailey at 8 overall in the draft?
With wide receiver, well, since we went Chris Bell already, um, Chris Brazel, bro, like man, I like him. I just have some trepidation with him,
I
man. Maybe I
I
just need
do
to do more work.
no, bro. I do too, Wolf. I do too.
He just screams like there's that wide receiver almost every draft that's just like got the speed and all that, the size. It's just like they just kind of like they never really grow into anything more. Did I see? What about Zachariah Branch? Is he there?
He is. He is there. I love me
Um,
some. I love me some Zachariah Branch.
oh man,
This is harder than it was in the first one.
yeah, because I'm trying not to pick Chris Bell over and over. Like, okay, we'll get that out the way. Um,
And I think
Max
it might
Clare
be
calling me.
Max Clare. I would be fine with Max Clare. Eli Stores.
I
I'd
like
be fine
Eli
with.
Stores too.
Are you? So here's another question: are you set on getting Juice in round two after they went edge rusher at 8?
I'm pretty set on getting Juice in round two, bro. Like, I feel like
And I will say this. I'm giving this out free of charge. I think if the Saints went defense in round 1 in this upcoming draft, I get this feeling that they very much would like to go offense in round 2, whether that's running back, whether that's wide receiver, whether that's tight end. I feel like if they bypass on offensive juice at 8, they are going to want to add offensive juice at 42, or maybe there's a player that they love offensively and it's like if it's a late first, they can maybe make a trade and move back up in the first to add offensive juice. That is just the overall vibe and sense that I'm just getting and kind of feeling in terms of what this team is. I was focused on right receivers and tight ends. I didn't even think about running backs. How would you feel about, I know people would say it's a reach. Our guy Tony Pauline has linked the Saints to Mike Washington, running back of Arkansas, very much so. How would you feel with Mike Washington?
Hey, I like me some Mike Washington, bro. My boy Cole, he an Arkansas fan, and he said it would be a reach. Like, he really likes Mike Washington too, but he said it would be a reach in a second. I don't think so, bro. I just think it's a good player, man. Once you get to the second round, you just want good players. This one hard, bro.
It is, man. This one tough. I would. This is me. I haven't watched a ton of Mike Washington, but I've watched enough of him. And what I would say is that if you draft Mike Washington at 42, your identity of your team is really coming into picture. It's already come into picture with free agency, but you have the guard in David Edwards, you got Travis Achan, and now you're drafting Mike Washington. That really shows like this is going to be a physical, run-heavy, power team. We can maybe run the ball with Tyler Shough. And overall, yeah, he's going to pass. Like, he obviously has shown that he can pass, but we're going to take a lot of the pressure off of him. All Tyler Shough needs to do is go out there, be a point guard. Like, if there are games that you need for him to put on the cape, we've seen it against teams last year. Now, obviously, those teams, the defenses weren't great, but we've seen against teams last year that he can show that he can put on the cape from time to time and go out and get a win and show traits of being a quarterback that is win because of. But you just take the pressure off of him to just go out there and just play. That's why I would advocate for Mike Washington at 42.
So, bro, go for it. So,
put me in the war room. Put me in the war room.
Yeah, Chris Bell go right next to it.
Right after Wolf. Literally a pick right after. I want to see the PFF grades. They're gonna give like the Mike Washington pick like a D, bro. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh yeah.
All right. What I tell you, Wolf? I was close.
F. It was an F.
Felt it in my bones, Wolf. Felt it in my bones. All right. So that was the PFF one, and then I'm gonna catch up on the chat, and then we're gonna take our last break and come back and do the last two. I just want to see what the chat was saying because I know they were like screaming in regards to players. All right. Beanie Marble said, "Awesome show, guys. Jerry, are you in here tonight?"
Shout out Jerry. Jerry. That's my guy right there.
Jerry's not.
Jerry's
not. Jerry's not in here tonight.
Jerry,
what is it? In Impo Loki said, "What about O-line in round 2?" Absolutely fucking not.
Blocked.
I'd be fine going O-line round 3. Round 2 though?
Block.
Can't do it. Jack. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. I'm now confused. Justin Cash was almost in a car accident because it was Jack Hunter. So that's why it was a J name.
Yeah, you're right. It was Jack Hunter.
Can Justin clarify if he was also in a near-death experience and we got 2 J names in the chat that's almost potentially died? Because I was like, no, it wasn't Justin. It was Jack.
Hunter,
Anyway, Jack Hunter said Mike Washington not a bad pick. He could be smash. He could be our smash for a chance dash. Man, also Mike Washington ran like an insane 40. Like I don't.
yeah, he's like dash too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that would be a nasty tandem, bro.
it would be. Justin said no, I was not. See, I you couldn't fool me, Wolf. I knew that didn't feel right.
We got to the bottom of it.
That didn't feel right. Demon Time Slime said Chris Johnson in round 2 if you go offensive juice in the first.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like a Chris Johnson or Scott or somebody like that too. But I'm like, man, I need juice, bro. Damn it.
I love me some Scott, bro.
Me too.
Love me some Scott. Like he is 25. I think he's 25, right? 25 version of CD Deuce in this draft. That's him. That is like his comp.
That's my type of DBs, bro. I love him.
I love him. Love him. And not only that, just not the like he's good. Like he's a good ass player. Yeah. His only knock is he's an older player. That's it.
Yeah. Like a lot of those Indiana guys. Yeah. Oh, well, he's Miami. I'm sorry.
Miami. Yeah. Jake said I would not want to tackle Mike Washington. That big and that fast, and he kind of runs with low pad level naturally. Listen, give me. We're gonna take our.
was talking highly of him today on.
Was he?
Ross Tucker. Yeah.
Jack Hunter said I had to do an AK juke on the car that was flying at me, and luckily the tree wasn't named Trevor Penning.
AK juke.
Could you imagine if the tree was named Trevor Penning, bro? And like the little gif we use in our Discord where he like he on the ground, bro, like he can't get up. Jack wouldn't be in this chat right now. Anyhow, it's also crazy that he got like a 1 year, $4.5 million deal from the Chargers. Like I need to see that contract because I know it's not actually $4.5 million. I know it's not.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Penny. I'm proud of you, bro.
Let's take our last break of the show. We're gonna come back and do 2 more mock drafts on this latest episode of Saints Block Party Podcast. We'll be right back after this break.
The tournament is back. The upsets are inevitable. Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at Duke versus Saints and selecting Caden Bozer for higher than 1 3-pointer. Download the app today and use promo code BLOCKPARTY to score $50 in bonus entries when you play the first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
We are back. Excuse me. So now we're going to use the NFL mock draft database. This one tends to be a little wonky in terms, like I've used them before, and some of the things that they do in terms of their selections is very head scratching. So it just may lead to a very wild picks that happened during the mock draft. So but everything's set up. 2 rounds. We're diving right into it. Let's just get started. And so we've gone defense heavy, the first 2 mock drafts that we did. So we got to see who's on the board. I don't know it just depends who's there. We'll just let's keep it pushing. Fernando Mendoza, Reese. Okay, this is pretty straight. Okay, this feels very real. So
shade screen.
Oh, bro, my bad. I'm just out here just getting it in, bro. I say that it gets wild, but the top 10 picks went very much how I feel like the draft could go. What we're looking at right now is the Chiefs are offering us 40 overall. So basically we don't get a first back, if I'm looking at this correctly. No. We would basically trade our first away to get 40 overall, 74 overall. No, I'm not doing it. No. The Raiders 2027 first round pick, Wolf? To trade away 8, nigga.
If this was real life, I'm taking this. I want the Raiders first round pick.
Yes,
I want it.
So let's put this disclaimer out. If this was a real trade that the Las Vegas Raiders offered the Saints, where they would trade their 2027 first round pick to get the Saints 8th overall pick in the draft, and we don't get a first round pick this year, like we basically are trading away our first round pick,
Ooh,
and
we would fans would be pissed,
nigga. Could you imagine if that, like, not that I would, bro, but could you imagine if that actually happened on draft night? Like, we got the draft meetup, and like we already
no first round pick.
Listen, bro, I would be drinking drinks like we had drafted Jeremiah Love, because that first round pick next year more than likely is at least going to be maybe top 5, if not top 3, if not first overall.
Bro.
I'm just saying. And a first round pick next year, a third round pick next year, a fourth round pick next year, and the Saints would have 2 first round picks in 2027, and one of maybe more of the better drafts of all time. Like that Raiders first round pick would probably turn into Jeremiah Smith. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm telling you. We're not going to accept it for the sake of the pod. No. But if this was real, I'm taking it immediately. So I'm rejecting the trade, and no Jacksonville. All right. So to catch you up, because you didn't see my screen, Mendoza went first. Reese went to the Jets. Mariaga went to the Cardinals. David Bailey went to the Titans. Sonny Styles to the Giants. Spencer Fano to the Browns, and then Ruben Bain to the Commanders. That also feels very likely. Now,
it does.
You got Jeremiah Love still on the board. You got Caleb Downs. You got Carnell Tate, Mansour Delaney. You still have Mekhi Lemon and Jordan Tyson in the wide receivers. You have all the wide receivers on the board, and Jeremiah Love and Caleb Downs. We went Caleb Downs in the first one. I feel like this one, I think we got to take Jeremiah Love, Wolf. I think we got to take him.
Got to take him, bro?
Listen.
He's my favorite player in the draft, bro. Number one, my number one player.
I think you take him. He's if he's not BPA 1 between him and Caleb Downs, he's immediately BPA 2 if the draft broke down like this.
And look, man, I know people say, "Oh, we just played H-Hand." It's 2 years, $24 million, bro. We've had Reggie and Deuce. We had AK and Mark Ingram. Like, you could make that work. 2 guys. Then think about it. Both of them work in the pass game. Mm-hmm. Both of them physical between the tackles. Bruh, you could lean on teams, boy. You could lean on teams. I know. And then, okay, maybe at some point you're like, okay, it's time for Jeremiah Love to just be the lead dog. No help.
Yep.
Him. And then you let H-Hand go, you trade him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You move on. It's not that big a deal. It happens all the time in the NFL. I would do it. I'm going BPA. I'm taking the best player in the draft, and I'm moving.
That's Jordan Tyson went to the Rams. But yeah, I put the pick in, Wolf. I put it in.
Beautiful.
Peter Woods went to the Chargers, which is a very interesting but yet a very good fit for him.
Mm-hmm.
So on the board again, I'm not trading our second overall pick. So this is how the board felt. We went offense. At 8 overall, taking Jeremiah Love. So we have Emmanuel McNeil Warren from Toledo, very highly tied at safety, fell to the second round. You have TJ Parker, I'm good. Colton Hood, cornerback from Tennessee. Bro, I think Colton Hood might be too good to pass up. And you have Chris Johnson, cornerback from San Diego State.
Yeah, bro. I think we had to go back to the Tennessee well, bro, and get get Colton Hood, man. Like that's hard to pass up right there, bro.
And it just feels like that the Saints will do if they go offense in round one, then they're
Yeah.
going to go defense in round two. If they go defense
Yep.
in round one, they're going to go offense in round two. And cornerback is a need. Like
It's
it's
straight
a
up.
need. It's a need. I'm sending it in. Wolf. There, sent in.
Man, you tell me we walk out of the draft with Jeremiah Love and arguably like the second best corner. Some people have him as the number one corner in this draft. Colton Hood. Like shit. Give me.
Got an A and an A plus.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm keeping a mental note of what we've done so far. So the first one was Caleb Downs and Chris Bell. The second one, and we got an extra third round pick with drafting Chris Bell. Second one, we went David Bailey, Mike Washington. This one right now, we just went Jeremiah Love, Colton Hood. So then at the end, I'm going to ask you which one of all those you prefer. Give me a quick second. Catching up on the chat. See what the chat is saying. Let's see. Wesley said late to the stream, so going back to the beginning, but appreciate the content, guys. Can't wait for the draft. Appreciate you. How do you feel about Lance from North Dakota State University? That's Trey Lance's brother. I have no idea. I have no opinion on him. Jack Hunter said I would counter with a second and a fourth this year, and their first and third in 2027. I think at that point, if the Raiders are offering you their 2027 first round pick, you take it and you just take it. Luke said trade back. No, we were not going to trade back. Wayne said I would demand Kellen. I would demand Kellen to essentially use the running backs in the passing game. Jack Hunter said that offense with both those guys would be sick, and you finish the offensive line bully ball. Yes.
Whew.
And then Tron said Downs and Chris Bell. We'll get into that. We have one more left. Got one more left. Let's finish this out. Thought on Oscar Depp, maybe fourth round. That's a tight end from Georgia. I have not watched him, so I can't give you.
I haven't watched him.
An opinion on him. All right, this is one I haven't used, but I did use it before. Played around with it a little bit before. This is what Fanspeak, fanspeak.com. This is our last one of the night. Let me make it so you can see. Sorry, this is not great audio podcasting. Okay. So, wait, what? Did I do this right? Pick 10. Oh, okay.
Start round one.
No, I know that, but it had like instead of having like pick 8 and then 42 and then whatever, it threw me off. I was like, what the hell's going on? All right, let's just get into it. Fernando, Jeremiah Love to the to the Jets. Okay, that's too hard for me to see. Mawiaga to the Cardinals. Carnell Tate to the Titans. Spencer Fanu to the Giants. Makai Lemon to the Browns. Ruben Bain to the Commanders. What?
Boy,
Nigga,
I wish, boy.
Nigga, I'm not even talking to you. Just run the pick in, bro. Just ran the pick in. Didn't care. I would be just. I don't think it could happen. Like crazier things has happened in the NFL draft. Thinking back to the Laramie Tunsil situation, but if Reese fell to the Saints, they didn't have to trade up, and he just fell to 8. Why is Sonny Styles still on the board?
What the hell?
I'm very confused.
Man, this Fanspeak shit broke, man.
Broke, bruh. Broke. I guess start round 2. Sonny Styles just chilling, bruh. I don't know what's going on. Okay, he went.
Oh, he finally got drafted.
Sonny Styles went 38th overall to the Texans of all fucking teams. Wolf. Okay. All right. So we have Arvell Reese picked at 8. I'll say this. I know they really need juice, but if Terrell, cornerback from Clemson, was there at 42, bruh. I haven't did a deep dive in his tape like we did with Mansour Delane's, but just the bit that I've seen, I think I might even prefer him as a corner to Delane. Like his tape is extremely impressive. I know how much they need juice, but I'd be hard pressed to pass on Terrell if he was there at 42 in this crazy.
Adam is turning his nose to juice. Can you believe it?
Because then you have a defense. Because the thing with Terrell, if he hits, he has true cornerback 1 potential. I don't mean like Kool-Aid McKinstry cornerback 1. I mean like cornerback 1. So then to get Reese and
you get Reese,
bro, you've transformed your defense.
Can't build Roman today, bro. I'm rolling with it.
All right, we're taking Reese and Terrell in this broken fanspeak.com draft that is so unrealistic. Although I say that, and then there was that time when we were doing this and I forgot to like pick for the second round, and it gave us that offensive lineman that like ended up being very good. I can't remember who it was. Oh, Rosengardner, I believe.
Yeah.
Rosengardner. All right. I'm not doing round 3. We're done. We're done. No. Okay. So this is how the draft that first 7. Okay. All right. Sure. So now getting back to the chat. First draft, Caleb Downs, Chris Bell. We added a third round pick from the Packers. Second draft was David Bailey, Mike Washington. Third draft was Jeremiah Love and Colton Hood. Fourth draft, Reese, Terrell. Which draft, if one could actually happen, which draft would you prefer on draft night?
I think I'm gonna roll with the first one. One, because I like picking up that extra third, and it just feels like there's a possibility it could happen. Now, Chris Bell falling that far, I doubt it, but man, if you can come away with Downs, who was one of our favorite players in the draft, and get Chris Bell, who was considered, like a top 15 player coming into this draft, but got hurt, obviously. You get him and Caleb Downs, bro. I got to roll with that one, bro. Like that one would have me feeling really good about the Saints going into the draft. I liked all the drafts though, bro. Like that David Bailey one, loved that one. The one with Jeremiah Love and you get Hood, but I just don't. Hood ain't gonna be there in the second round. Like I'm like,
and I don't think Jeremiah Love is gonna be there either.
And yeah, Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would go. This is me. It's not, and the most unrealistic one is the fourth one. Like there's not a chance that happens. Even though they don't because of how unrealistic it is, it's hard for me to pick the fourth one because it's just that unrealistic.
Right.
But just weighted across similarly, I would go with the fourth one which is crazy because the fourth one doesn't have juice. And if you know me, you know like how important that has been.
Adam don't want juice. Adam don't want the juice.
But to get Reese and to get Terrell, I just think like you've transformed your defense. And then after that, every draft pick after that needs to be juice,
bro.
Juice. But to get Reese and Terrell, that's my favorite, but it's also the most unrealistic. If I had to be in terms of pick one that's the most realistic, to me, it's the first one. To mirror you. Just you get one of the best players in the draft and Caleb Downs at 8. You add a third round pick that you can do a lot of things with in terms of the direction you go. And you get Chris Bell, who you don't need for him, you don't need for him to be like ready come week one. Like he might be, but you
Mhm.
kind of take the pressure off of him to kind of just come back slowly and what have you. That's my favorite one. That's also the most realistic. So
Yeah.
it was fun, man. It was fun as the draft nears. We're about almost a month away exactly
Yep.
from the draft. That is April 23rd. We were having our Saints Block Party podcast draft meetup in New Orleans next month. If you're a patreon.com/Saints Block Party, or if you're a YouTube member, if you want to attend, please RSVP, so you can lock it in that you're going to come. But that was fun times. We didn't expect us to go so long. We've gone like an hour and 10 minutes. So apologize about how long we went, but had fun. We will be back soon to do the prospect of the week. I'm going to put the vote for the prospect of the week to our Patreon so we know who we're going to be talking about. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back soon for the prospect of the week and then back next week for sure. With that, we are out.
Peace.